Just wanted to record this video to explain how I feel after the 3-day fast, and the reason why is because it's a little different than what I've done before. It's always a little different because it's been like 6 months, 7 months or whatever. But so yeah, last night you saw that I broke it and I made okra and the chicken, and that was fairly satiating. The only thing is, well, I would say wasn't satiating enough. So felt like I needed a little bit more. So I did kind of cheat a little bit, and I was eating a little bit more than I should have, and I was bloated a little bit. So but I ended up getting through it pretty well. And at the end of the day, I got up and I was even more hungry actually. I'm usually not like that when I wake up. I'm usually like, okay, well, let me get a coffee and that's it. But in addition to feeling hungry, I felt really pumped up. I was well rested because I did sleep a lot, and it may seem like I'm not well rested, but I'm with the bags under the eyes, but I am very well rested. I'm not sure why the bags are there. Maybe it's because of the insulin sensitivity and the fact that I had a little bit of carbs, so maybe it translated into the bags or whatever. And I heard that when it comes to your cells, you create stem cells, and maybe those can get converted into fat from autophagy. So they might get converted into fat if you have too many carbs to get off your fast because you're so insulin sensitive. And so maybe that might have happened, but I did take some pictures of me just to see how my body's doing. Not going that deep into it because I know I just wanted to see how things are, in general, the changes, if there are any. But it's slight, it's very slight, because I'm leaner than I ever been in my life, so it's just, it is what it is, but it's all good. So yeah, today I woke up and I was hungry, and I had some eggs, some mushrooms, and I put some olive oil over it. So I actually didn't, and then I had kind of like the golden shake again, but it was more like a coffee-based one. So I had 2 shots of espresso and some matcha and stuff like that. So I was feeling pumped afterwards. But with the fat, right? Having fat for the first time in a very long time, it made me feel extremely satiated, and I feel a lot better. I just feel a lot better, and I can even be in the worst place right now and just feel good. I mean, I feel so good right now. And it's crazy because now I realize what it means not to, the more I do this, I'm like, dude, this is what it means when you don't have food in your system. It's so rough, so now my liver's processing all that food, but I think the liver's on this side. I don't know. It's processing all that fat and stuff like that. So I also had kava last night with my brother, and he decided to drink, and I was like, no, I don't want to drink because I don't want to screw up my liver anymore, So I don't know how long I'm going to go without drinking, but as long as I stay zen, that's what it's all about. And then you have intentionality. You're like, why would I do that? But you know what I mean? So I don't think I'm going to drink for a very long time, because even though certain times it just seems like it's very appropriate and it seems like it's fun, it's like, why not? But I mean, the problem with that is then it becomes it accumulates, and the more you do it, the more it screws up your whole digestive system and everything like that. So then you end up, it might translate into you getting fatter, and then you have to exercise more, or your just digestive system is just out of whack, and then you might feel a little different and stuff like that. So I just don't think it's a good idea. Now, see, I was using alcohol as a way of, mostly in the last 6 months or whatever, to make things fun for others. So if I was with a girl and if she was into drinking, I'm like, why not drink with her? It's and try to escalate the the meeting or whatever. But that's why I'm in monk mode right now, because it's that's another reason. It's because I want to get off all that shit and get back to what it means to be healthy and all that stuff. And And then it'll influence you. It'll make you think like, oh, I could just have those nachos or whatever they are. You're thinking, oh, well, this has no effect. But everything accumulates, and you don't just like digest it right away. It could take a few months for it to fully clear out. Or worse yet, you have to go on a 5-day fast or whatever to get it cleared out. You know what I mean? So that's another reason why I did it. You know, so every time like it accumulates, there's more and more pressure for you to go ahead and go do a fast, a really long-term fast, which is crazy. And, you know, with your normal stuff, it's kind of hard for your liver to process everything else. So you pretty much have to do the fast. That's my opinion. And a lot of people might be in denial about it, but like, seriously, like you could try to do keto or whatever, right? Keto is kind of like fasting in a way. I mean, it's almost the same thing. You're like this close to fasting, you know? But like to actually cleanse your body and all that stuff, you pretty much have to do the fast. I mean, because it takes time for your liver to process everything. So the accumulation, it just kind of, well, it gets into fat, right? But then that fat has to be processed. So that's mainly what I'm talking about. And so it makes, with that fat there, it kind of makes you feel kind of crappy. It makes you feel a little different. So I think from here on out, I'm actually going to feel a lot better just eating normal foods and fats and avoiding all the in and out. And, you know, as long as I don't do too much of it, right? And just respond to how my body's feeling. Like, for example, right now, I ate enough this morning to where I don't think I need to eat again today, even though that may seem a little strange, but I probably could have eaten lighter to the point where I would have only eaten another meal, like for dinner, you know. Or I might get hungry a little bit later, but you know, you don't have to eat all that much. Yeah, so anyway, I just figured I would show this because it always feels differently, I guess. Like, it's always super rough. Like, according to Peter Attia, every time he goes on a 3 to 5 day fast, he said 3 days is the roughest period. Like, the 2 to 3 day period is the roughest period. So anyway, thanks for watching.